so that we are now recording. And recently, the leaders have been sharing with us the idea of a give back, get back. I don't know, some of you, I know Joanne doesn't have kids. Some of you might have heard them with the schools where you go to a restaurant or whatever, and you go that night and you mention, I'm with Turner High School, and then they get a percentage of the sales from whatever meals are sold that night. So that's kind of where Avon's going with this, so that people don't I mean, when they hear fundraiser, they're immediately thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to give flyers. I'm going to have to organize this. It's going to be a mess. And we don't want to do that. We're trying to, we have those and we love doing those, but not everybody wants to. We want to make it as easy as possible. So with that, let me share my screen. So with that, we want to do something more. It may not be huge fundraisers. You guys have seen on my numbers on the team page that I've done fundraisers, and they are not huge. They don't have to be huge. A $200 fundraiser can make you hit a Kickstart goal. They can make you earn more. Can everybody see my screen there? Somebody give me a thumbs up. You can see my screen. All right. Okay. So so they don't have to be big, and that's what because not all of us are making the guaranteed 40% in Kickstart, and they're trying to, you know, when you do the pamphlet ones, you know, you can get up to really huge fundraisers. But if you look at doing a more smaller fundraisers, you can actually make a more consistent amount of money. And with the online fundraisers, you can actually gain customers after the fundraiser is over. Where if you do a flyer fundraiser, the chances of them connecting with you and staying on as a customer are pretty slim. So this is some of the fundraisers that have been, like I said, you see it for the schools. I know my kids did it in the elementary schools, graduation, project graduation. Anybody having kids graduating, or your local high school, if you just want to approach them, they love getting money for that. I don't know if you're familiar. Ours does project graduation is where they throw a party so the kids don't have to go out and drink and that kind of thing right after graduation. So there are all kinds of give backs opportunities for them to do. So this is a few of them that they had given us examples of. Wendy's does it, Chick-fil-A. I've seen Chick-fil-A do it a lot. Chili. You know, a lot of the different places do these. So with that, finding them can be difficult. If you have friends that have kids school age, you are familiar with somebody at your school, it can be easier to do. But what I want to show you guys, I know my phone is, my goodness, my phone is driving me nuts. Let me find my internet here, because what I want to show you is how to, where is my internet? Here it is. Is how to find these without having to know somebody that's doing it. And I know, I personally, how many of you guys use the marketplace to just buy stuff? Do you guys use it at all? Have you been on Facebook Marketplace at all?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, so you're a little bit familiar with it. Well, we all think of it as a place to sell, and we know with Avon, this is not the company where we like paparazzi, where you purchase all of your stuff up front and then you hope to sell it all so that you can buy some more to sell it. That's not how Avon works. In fact, they prefer us, to sell from our e-stores, because they feel like if we put it out on a marketplace, it cheapens our products. But what we can do is we can use marketplace and do it the opposite way and use it as a search tool. And that's what I did here. I went into marketplace, and if you go in, I'll go back to the beginning. When you go in and you just type in Facebook Marketplace up here in the search, it will bring you up with like the top picks and all that kind of stuff. But if you type in fundraisers, the other thing too, over here on the left-hand side, they will let you like within 100 miles, and you can type in where you want to be. So you can do it local, but remember, we are nationwide. So if you do not see a lot of fundraisers going on when it first pops up, it's probably going to be to your location. You can always change it. I went ahead and changed it to a different city. Not much was popping up in my area. So if you just type in fundraiser, it's going to pop up with different fundraisers going on. And then what you can do is you can actually contact these individuals and start a conversation. So I was looking into, you saw when when the screen first came up, I was looking into this retain pet, and it looks like it is an organization where they help families that can't afford to spay and neuter, and they're doing these blankets to you donate $10 and you will get a blanket, da da da. So what you would want to do, what Avon's suggesting that we do, is we could message them and start a conversation. First off, don't just bombard them. Don't just say, I want to help you. You want to do a fundraiser with me? I can help you. I can do this. I can do this. Can I sell you this? You want to take it slow. First things first, congratulate them on being so creative. I mean, look how creative they are being at earning money. And then after you open it up with some type of conversation like that, I mean, you can make it all within the same message, but at least open up and say, hello, hey, I saw your fundraiser. I love that you're helping get the pets spayed and neutered, and but I see that you're doing the blankets. Are you looking for another way that would help you earn money faster? Are you aware that Avon does online fundraising? And that's how you could open up a conversation with them. Kind of personalize it. Like I said, you're gonna be making a relationship with them. They may respond back that, sometimes they respond back and they say, no, we can't do that. Because sometimes they have rules on, I can do this type of fundraiser, I can't do that type of fundraiser. And a lot of times, being Avon, they're going to ask us, they're going to say, we're going to have an auction. Can you make a basket? So you can always, if it's local, you can always say, well, that's a possibility. I can look into that. But our fundraisers are more of a give back program. So it might be an option for you to do where you're not able to do other fundraisers. Compare it to Amazon does Amazon Smiles, and you can give to an organization just by shopping Amazon, and they only give like 1 or 2%. Target does give backs or your discount cards, and they're the people that they're going, and just let them know all they have to do is share a link. I mean, how easy is it? I have one now where I had done the Herbies. Now they are doing where they share a link and they're getting a I went ahead and did 20% because that is a close one to me. But somebody like this that I'm not familiar with, that's not a close cause to me, and if you're not sure on your earnings, like I said, the other places are giving 1 to 2%, 5%. I think McDonald's and does 5, maybe 5%. So even 5 or 10% to them would be a great opportunity. And what you're gaining is they're sharing your link out, and you're going to be making profits off of those because 10%, you're still going to be making at least 10%. And you can always make it too that, if you do 500 or above on your fundraiser, I can definitely kick in a bonus. And that's not making them a promise of a certain amount right off the bat. So it just makes you look better instead of having to promise more and then take some away. So you always want to promise less and give them more at the end, because that definitely makes you look better. And we definitely want to look at these, like I said, as smaller fundraisers, so you're earning money off them. The flyer fundraisers where we're guaranteed 50%, most people give 40%, and that's fine, but we're trying to think of this as a whole different way. Now, anybody that comes through that fundraiser and comes to your e-store is now your customer, unless they have shopped with another representative before you. If they have shopped with somebody else, it will not steal their customer. They can still purchase from your fundraiser, but they will not be locked into your account. But the ones that don't have a representative will be locked into your account, will start receiving notifications from your e-store about free shipping, special deals, all of that kind of stuff, so that they can be a reoccurring customer to you. And that's definitely what we want in the long run, is to make a short, small time fundraiser turn into long-term customers. So, after the fundraiser, they're going to leave their email. We're definitely going to want to do thank yous for your purchase, and then, start treating them like our customers, which they are now. I know I've been working with Jenny on building some new customers, and Bianca, well, actually, all three of you are in the same spot with needing to start getting brand new customers and getting started. Now, with Jenny, I've been working with her on getting the refer a friend portion of our e-stores. I don't know if Joanne and Bianca, if you guys are familiar with that, but on your e-store, there is a portion where it says refer a friend. You can actually send that out to your friends and family. You can start the process. It will give them $25 free shipping on their purchase, and then kind of start the ball rolling. Hopefully they would refer a friend who would refer a friend, and they could keep it going with the free shipping and 10% off. But Hold on a second. Oh. But what they would do is, oh, my Zoom is going nuts here. It's trying to upgrade me right in the middle of our meeting. But what we would do is, completely. So trying to get the $25 orders for a brand new, just starting off getting your customers, that's something you should definitely look into because they're going to be more likely to shop with you if they only have to spend 25. But with fundraisers, you don't want to offer that because fundraisers, you want them to shop the 40% or higher. So that's something to think about with gaining customers through fundraisers. One way you're wanting to give them cheaper, the other way you're not. Anybody have any questions on that so far? Is that making sense? The other thing that you want to think about too, for doing fundraisers is, if you do have friends and family, or just know or see somebody on Facebook doing mini events to drive people to your online store. The fundraisers is what I just covered. The give backs are that's the tie-in. Online parties, helpers, teen sellers. If you know anybody like a high schooler that would like to be making extra money, they love makeup, but they're not old enough to sell, they can sell either through you and then you could cut them a check. So that would be a way for teen sellers to be able to do it. And even if they just need it like temporary, like proms, proms coming up, if they need to do prom dresses or whatnot, we make them a special link, and then they sell and they get, they get the money they need for prom or what summer camp or whatever. Temporary needs. A couple needs a new washer and dryer. These fundraiser links can be used for that. Then they're sharing this link out to their friends and family. We're making a link to the fundraisers and then they're doing the work for us. So it really is going to try to cut me off. So what we want to try to do is get these going so that they can do some of the work for us of sharing our link out for us and bringing customers to us. You guys, do you have any comments, any questions? It really is kind of a simple, to me, it's kind of a win-win. It's bringing customers in with fundraising, giving them their own link so that they can share it out, which is then bringing people into your e-store. So, and they also have, if this cuts me off, Lord help me, I'm going to be upset. Avon U has great training for the fundraisers online, but you are always more than welcome to call me one-on-one if you have an idea for a fundraiser or you want to get something started. If you guys, I know Jenny knows, but if you guys need any help with refer a friend, definitely let me know. I think what it's doing, let me see this. Let's try that. I'm thinking it's reading Bianca twice.
I don't know why it's doing that because I see it on my screen too, but I don't know how to get it off of there.
Yeah, I was trying to remove it. Um,
Did that do it?
no, I don't know. Well, it says we still got a little over 4 minutes. And we'll see if it actually cuts me off. I've never had it cut me off before. And I think it's just because we have that fourth member on there, but that's okay. Um, do any of you guys have any questions on this? I mean, it was kind of a quick overview. Do you think it will help? I mean, do you have any ideas of, you take like, if you have 5 minutes, go out on the marketplace and just start looking to see who's doing a fundraiser and question why are they doing it, and could they use additional help. I mean, our funds are, come back to them fairly quickly. We can do a fundraiser as long as they want. Our online ones are, I think, about 60 days is what a normal one is, but they can do it shorter if they wanted to. So it would get funds back to them quicker. Online fundraisers, we receive the money and then we would cut the individual a check. So that's so even if they are at a distance, PayPal or by check is a way to get them their earnings. Trying to think of anything else question-wise on that. And like if you're doing, did somebody, no, if you're doing it for, an individual too, and they're worried about it, being too fundraiser, looking too much like a fundraiser, there's always a way, because it's going to say fundraiser in the link you give them, but you can always play it up and say Mariah's prom, or Mariah's prom dress, or you can play up for what they're wanting to do to make it a little funner. No questions on it, guys?
I don't have any questions right now just because I'm still I'm just now getting the time to actually sit down and try to start working on my e-store and all that, getting everything set up. So
yeah, I would love some time to, if you have it, I am definitely ready, for a one-on-one whenever you are, to get you
okay,
started. Just
maybe
like I'm doing that with Jenny.
okay, maybe we can do that sometime Wednesday or Thursday. I've just been so bogged down with work and my grandbaby, I just haven't had time to.
Okay.
So,
Absolutely. I am open both days. So you if you want to give me a call when you're ready.
okay,
I'm open all day both those days. So yeah, I
okay,
could do one-on-one just like because she's brand new too.
okay,
Definitely get you started off on some e-store and getting that first order
okay.
kind of thing together. But yeah, um, Joanne, is that helping any with the fundraiser? Because I know you had asked about them.
Yeah, I'll give it a try and see where I go with it.
Like I said, if you don't know anybody personally, that marketplace is a way to get away from your warm market and get into, and you're not having to do face to face. So if you're shy, it's a little easier to hide behind a message. Yes, I see Jenny shaking her head. Yes. So you don't have to worry about being face to face. Everybody can message. So definitely look into it, give it a try. I'm going to get with Bianca and Jenny. We're still working on that, and hoping, Joanne, you have some time. I know you are swamped, so but we need to get you started so we can get some of that other stuff off your
What are you
plate.
talking about?
What am I talking about? Your new job and everything else, girl.
I actually just
Great.
got over having food poisoning.
Yeah, and the food poisoning. So that's why you had time for me tonight, because you couldn't work because you had food poisoning.
Yeah.
Good grief.